Lesson 3. Introduction to Adobe Animate CC. Introduction. Do you love to watch animated movies and play video games? Have you ever wondered how these movies and games are created? These animated movies and video games are created using Adobe Animate CC software. Animate CC is a program that creates interactive and animated media such as motion graphics, videos, presentations, and websites. It also enables you to create interactive movies on the web. You can control an object's actions and behaviors using the behavior panel and the timeline. In this chapter, you will learn about Adobe Animate CC software and different types of tools that will be helpful for creating an animation. Animate CC. Adobe Animate CC is a multimedia software that is used to create animations. The animations are made for many purposes. For example, movies, games, desktop presentations, web applications, etc. Adobe Animate CC 2020 is a part of Adobe Creative Cloud series. This software was earlier known as Adobe Flash Professional. Animate CC is a powerful drawing and movie editor. It provides a versatile and easy way to create a symbol and can animate with images, sounds, videos, and actions. Making of animations with small steps to create a full movie animation is possible through it. Animate CC is a vector-based program, which means that the graphics created in it can be scaled to any size without losing the quality. Animate CC is very useful software because of the following reasons. It provides interactive graphics and animation for the web. It is a powerful drawing and movie editor. It is not dependent on browsers. It offers so many attractive designs that allow neglecting the creation of animation for the visual effects. Opening and Animate CC. Follow the given steps to open Animate CC. 1. Click on the Start button. 2. Click on Animate CC 2020. Animate CC window appears on the screen with 3 panes. Create from templates, Create new, and Learn. 3. Click on Create New button. 4. Under the Action Script 3.0, click on Create button to start working in CC window. Animate CC window. Animate document window contains the following major elements. Menu bar. Menu bar provides commands and functions such as open, copy, save, etc. and controls the overall Animate CC environment. Tools panel. The Tools panel offers various tools that let us draw, paint, select, and modify graphics on the stage. It is divided into 4 sections. 1. Tools area. This area contains tools for drawing, painting, and selecting regions. 2. View area. This area contains tools for zooming and moving the view of the objects on the stage. 3. Colors area. This area contains modifiers for setting the stroke, line color, and the fill color of the objects. 4. Options area. This area displays modifiers for the tools that have been currently selected in the Tools panel. Modifiers let you change the painting or editing operations of the tools. Stage. The stage is the large white rectangle in the center of Animate CC's workspace for drawing the pictures, displaying text, and making objects move across the screen. By default, the stage dimension is set to 550 by 400 pixels. You can zoom in and out to change the view of the stage as you work. The gray area surrounding the stage is called the work area. The objects placed in this area do not appear in the animation. Stroke and fill color as different objects. Any shape you draw consists of the stroke, line, color, and the fill color. Fill and strokes are treated as separate objects. We can select fill and strokes separately to move or modify them as shown in given figure. Properties panel. The Properties panel is a set of various elements that display the properties of the selected objects. Each object or tool has its own properties which can be adjusted in this panel. It changes depending on which tool on the toolbar you have selected or which object you have selected on the stage. When you have the selection tool selected and click the background of the stage, the Properties panel shows the document properties. You can set the size of your file, background color, frame rate, and exporting settings there. Library. The Library panel holds all the symbol objects of each Animate CC file. You can organize your library like created new folders for different types of elements or nest one symbol in another. Timeline. The timeline is located at the bottom of your document. It is used to set the sequence of the movie, which helps user to view the sequence of events. Each numbered box in the timeline represents a frame. It determines the timing of the movie, controlling how fast or how slow frames are displayed over time. The timeline is made up of two different panes, that is, the layers pane, which you use to organize content on the stage, and the timeline itself, made of frames and layers. Current rate, current frame, edit symbol, zoom in or out, layer, playhead, frames. Did you know? Timelines contain frames and keyframes that produce the appearance of animation or other changes and transitions. To achieve this appearance, a playhead moves along a timeline to display the content of frames for whatever duration your frame rate designates. Frames. Frames can be defined as the little rectangle cell that appear on the timeline. It is an individual picture in a sequence of images. The frame is a combination of the image and the time of the image when exposed to the view. In the timeline, every fifth frame filled with light gray color indicates frame number. Keyframes. A keyframe is a frame where a new symbol instance appears in the timeline. It defines changes in the animation. You can set a position, add anchor points, actions, comments, and so on by using keyframe. The solid black spot represents the keyframe and empty keyframes are shown as hollow circles. Playhead. Playhead is represented by a red rectangle with a red vertical line below it that moves on the frame. It indicates which frame is currently shown on the stage. The playhead moves from left to right through the timeline as a document plays. Shortcut key. Press F5 to insert frame. Press F6 to insert keyframe. Inserting frames or keyframes. There are two ways to insert frames or keyframes. 1. Right-click on your desired rectangular frame and click on Insert Frame to insert a frame, or Insert Keyframe to insert a keyframe, or 2. Select your desired rectangular frame, click on Insert, Timeline, choose the frame to insert a frame, or Insert Keyframe to insert a keyframe. Deleting frames or keyframes. To delete frames or keyframes, you should 1. Right-click on a rectangular frame of your choice. 2. Click on Remove Frames option. Setting document properties. Animate CC opens a new file with the default settings, but you can set the background, color, and units. Frame rate setting of a document by following the given steps. 1. Click on Modify Document. The Document Properties dialog box appears with following properties. First, Units. It specifies the value in pixels. Second, Stage Size. It specifies the stage size in pixels by entering the value in given checkbox of width and height. Third, scale. It sets the ruler of the stage. Fourth, match contents. It sets the stage size to the maximum available print area. Fifth, stage color. It sets the background color of stage or document. Sixth, frame rate. It specifies the speed at which an animation is to be played in frames per second. The frame rate is 12 fps, frame per second, by default. 2. Change the properties as per your requirement. 3. Click on OK button. Drawing and painting tools. Animate CC provides various tools for drawing free-form or precise lines, shapes, and for painting filled objects. To use a tool, select the tool and drag it on the stage. Let us discuss various drawing and painting tools in detail. Line tool. Line tool is used to draw simple and straight lines. The steps to use the line tool are: 1. Click on line tool from the tools panel or press L key. 2. Select stroke color, size, drag the slider to increase or decrease the thickness, style and width using the properties panel. 3. Click and drag on the stage to draw a line. Release the mouse button. You will get a straight line on the stage. Curve line. Curve tool is used to turn a straight line into curve form in the Animate CC. Follow the steps to draw a curve line. 1. Draw a straight line on the stage with the help of line tool and deselect it after clicking any free space. 2. Click on selection tool. 3. Place the pointer on the line. When the pointer symbol changes into an arrow shape with curve symbols, hold down the left button of mouse and drag the line. Rectangle tool. Rectangle tool is used to draw square and rectangular shapes. It also has an option to draw rounded edge rectangle. The steps to use rectangle tool are: 1. Click on rectangle tool from the tools panel. 2. Choose stroke color, fill color, stroke size, stroke style or stroke width for the rectangle from the properties panel. 3. Hold and drag the pointer on the stage. Release the mouse left button when the rectangular shape is created. We can also draw a rectangle with rounded corners. 4. For this, either drag the slider or enter a value in the rectangle corner radius text box under rectangle options in the properties panel. 5. Click and draw rectangle on the stage. A new rounded edge rectangle box appears. Oval tool. Oval tool helps us to draw oval, circle, ellipse or circular objects. Follow the given steps to draw an oval. 1. Click on oval tool. 2. Click on stroke color for outline coloring and fill color for inner coloring. A color palette appears on the screen and cursor changes its shape as eyedropper. You can choose color that you want by using this eyedropper. 3. Select the properties of strokes as per your choice from the properties panel. 4. Hold and drag the pointer on the stage to draw an oval. Polystar tool. Polystar tool is used to draw polygons and star shapes. The number of sides of the polygon or the number of points on the star can lie between 3 and 32. Follow the given steps to draw star using the Polystar tool. 1. Select the Polystar tool from the Tools panel. 2. Select the properties of stroke, size, fill color as per your choice from the Properties panel. 3. Click on Style drop-down button and select the star under the Tools option. 4. Enter the value from 3 to 32 in the number of sides text box and 0 or 1 to specify the depth of the star points. 5. Click and drag on the stage to draw a polygon or a star. Release the mouse button. Pen tool. Pen tool is a path creator. It is used to draw precise paths in the form of straight lines or smooth flowing curves in open or closed shapes by placing anchor points that connect together. You can adjust the angle and length of the straight segment and slope curve segments. Follow the given steps to use pen tool. 1. Click on the pen tool. In the Properties panel or Tools panel, set your stroke color, thickness and line style. 2. Click on the stage to define the anchor 1. 3. Click to create the next anchor point 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. 4. Again click on point 1 to close the drawing. When your figure is bounded from all sides, then it will be automatically filled with color. The pen tool provides feedback about its current drawing state by displaying different pointers. The various drawing states are indicated by the following pointers. 1. Initial anchor point. This pointer is the first pointer you see when you select the pen tool. It indicates that none of lines started. You can start any drawing. 2. Sequential anchor point. This pointer indicates that the next mouse click will create an anchor point with a line connecting it to the previous anchor point. This means you have started drawing. 3. Add anchor point pointer. This pointer indicates that the next mouse click will add an anchor point to an existing path. The existing path is redrawn based on the additional anchor point. Only one anchor point can be added at a time. 4. Delete anchor point pointer. This pointer indicates that the next mouse click on an existing path will remove an anchor point. The existing path is redrawn based on the removal of the anchor point. 5. Close path pointer. This pointer indicates that the task is completed and you can start new anchor path line. Pencil tool. The pencil tool is used to draw free-form lines in the same way you would use a real pencil to draw any figure on a canvas or paper. You can hold the Shift key while dragging the pencil tool to constrain lines to vertical or horizontal directions. Pencil tool has 3 different modes, that is, straighten, smooth and ink. Straighten. It automatically straightens the line drawn by the pencil tool. It creates edges on each turn place of line. It is the default mode of pencil tool. Smooth. It smoothens the jerks on the edges. Ink. It helps to draw freehand drawing with no modification. By using straighten, by using smooth, by using ink. Follow the given steps to use pencil tool. 1. Click on the pencil tool or press Shift plus Y key. 2. Select the stroke, stroke color, line weight and style from the Properties panel. 3. Select a drawing mode under Options in the Tools panel. 4. Click and draw a shape and then release the mouse. Eraser tool. The eraser tool is used to remove or erase any unwanted part of the graphic from the stage. There are 3 modifiers available for the eraser tool, namely Eraser Mode Modifier, Faucet Modifier and Eraser Shape Modifier. Some of the eraser mode modifiers are given below. Erase normal. It erases everything, be it stroke or fill, when the eraser tool is dragged over it. Erase fills. It erases only without affecting the strokes. Erase lines. It erases the strokes without affecting the fills. Erase selected fills. It erases selected parts of the object. Erase inside. It erases inner part of an object. Follow the given steps to use eraser tool. 1. Click on the eraser tool or press E key. 2. Click on the drop-down arrow on the Eraser Mode modifier and select the required eraser. 3. Click on the drop-down arrow on Eraser Shape modifier and select the eraser shape and size as per your requirement. 4. Click and drag the eraser tool on the object to erase. Brush tool. The brush tool is used to create brush-like strokes while drawing or painting a figure. You can modify its thickness and stroke shape. There are several special effects and several modes of brush tool. Paint normal. This option allows us to paint over lines and fill areas. Paint fills. This option allows us to paint the fill and empty areas without affecting the lines. Paint behind. This option allows us to paint in blank areas of the stage without affecting the lines and fill areas. Paint selection. This option allows us to paint a new fill color only to the selected filled area. Paint inside. This option allows us to paint only the fill areas and does not allow us to paint outside the lines. Follow the given steps to use Eraser tool. 1. Click on the brush tool or press B key. 2. Select a fill color from the colors area of the tools panel or from the properties panel. 3. Click the brush mode modifier and select a painting mode. 4. Select a brush size and shape modifiers from the properties panel. 5. Drag on the stage to draw a brush line stroke. Paint bucket tool. Paint bucket tool is used to fill enclosed area of an object with solid colors or gradient fill. Follow the given steps to use paint bucket tool. 1. Draw the object and click on the paint bucket tool or press K key. 2. Click on colors drop-down arrow and choose the color. 3. Click on the shape that you want to fill. Ink bottle tool. The ink bottle tool is used to change the color, thickness, and style of strokes or outlines of shapes. Follow the given steps to use ink bottle tool. 1. Draw the object and click on the ink bottle tool. 2. Select a stroke color, style, and thickness from the properties panel. 3. Click on line or object to which you want to apply the new stroke. Text tool. The text tool is used to insert text on the stage. It gives headings or titles to our graphic or animations. We can also set various text attributes such as font family, font size, font style, text color, letter spacing, and alignment when inserting text. Follow the given steps to use text tool. 1. Click on the text tool. 2. Select the font family, font style such as regular, bold, italic, and bold italic. Font size, text color under the character section from the properties panel. 3. Click on any place of the stage to type the text. The text box is automatically adjusted and moved in the same way as you want to move the text or objects. Selection tool. To change the object properties, you must first select it. Some of the important tools used for making selections in Animate are: first, Selection tool; second, Sub-selection tool; third, Lasso tool; fourth, Free transform tool. Selection tool. Selection tool is used to select elements such as shapes, text, strokes, fills, or any object on stage by clicking on it, or by enclosing the object within a rectangular selection marquee. We can also use the selection tool to reshape lines and shape outlines. Let us discuss some of the ways of selecting different portions of an object. To select a line, fill area, or a text block, select the selection tool and click on the appropriate portion of the object. To select the connected lines, select the selection tool and double-click on one of the connecting lines. To select a whole shape, that is filled area and stroke of the shape, select the Selection tool and double-click on it. Sub-Selection tool. Sub-Selection tool allows you to select parts or nodes of an object so that you can make more sophisticated modifications. Free Transform tool. The Free Transform tool lets us move, change the size, skew, or rotate an object. All these transformations can be applied depending on how we drag the handles that appear on the bounding box when we use this tool. Follow the given steps to use Free Transform tool. 1. Click on the Free Transform tool from the Tools panel or press Q key. A bounding box surrounds the selected object. 2. Select the shape or object by clicking on it. 3. Do one of the following. To move the selected object, simply drag the object to a new position by placing the mouse pointer over the object within the bounding box. To rotate the selected object, place the mouse pointer outside any of the 4 corner handles and drag in the desired direction. To scale the selected object, place the mouse pointer on any 4 corner handles and drag it diagonally inwards to decrease the size and outwards to increase the size. To skew the selected object, place the mouse pointer on the outline of the object between the transformation handles and drag. 4. Click outside the selected item to end the transformation. Lasso tool. The lasso tool is used to select objects by drawing a freehand area. All the objects enclosed in the area get selected. It can also let us to split shapes or select portions of a line or a shape. Follow the given steps to use Lasso tool. 1. Click on the Lasso tool from the Tools panel or press L to select the Lasso tool. 2. Drag it around the objects to be selected to form a loop and close the loop approximately from where we started. Release the mouse button. 3. To complete the selection, return to the point where you started. Did you know? Twinning is the movement of objects from one place to another between keyframes. Frame-by-frame animation. In Flash, you can do animation with the help of the transition of an image from one keyframe to another, which is known as twinning. In Flash, you can change a drawing in every keyframe and create a frame-by-frame animation. You can also attribute some changes such as color, position, shape, etc. Frames control the period of time of the movie. Frame-by-frame animation is a typical and easiest way to animate an object in Flash. In this type of animation, different parts of an image are placed separately on each keyframe, and when the frames are viewed, it generates an illusion of movement on rapidly incrementing each keyframe. It can be used to move a car from one place to another. Follow the given steps to animate a drawing object. 1. Click on the right of the keyframe dot in layer 1 and draw a red circle on the stage as shown. 2. Click on Insert, Timeline, Keyframe to insert a keyframe in frame 2 with a copy of the circle, or press F6 key to insert a keyframe. 3. Draw an orange circle as shown. Shift the image towards right side of the stage. 4. Press F6 key to insert a keyframe in 3 frames. 5. Draw a yellow circle as shown. Shift the circle towards right side of the stage. Press F6 key to insert a keyframe in frame 4. 6. Again draw the red circle. Shift the circle towards right side of the stage. Press Enter key to run the animation. You can also click on Control, Test Movie, Test to test the animation. In a nutshell, Adobe Animate CC 2020 is a part of Adobe Creative Cloud series. It is used to create animated movies, cartoons, and games. The stage is a large white rectangle in the center of Animate CC's workspace for drawing the pictures, displaying text, and making objects move across the screen. The Properties panel is a set of various elements that display the properties of the selected objects. The timeline is used to set the sequence of the movie, which helps user to view the sequence of events. Playhead is represented by a red rectangle with a red vertical line below it that moves on the frame. The frame is a single image in a sequence of pictures, whereas a keyframe is a frame where a new symbol instance appears in the timeline. Animate CC provides various tools for drawing free-form or precise lines, shapes, and for painting filled objects. Curve tool is used to turn a straight line into curve form in the Animate CC. Selection tool is used to select elements such as shapes, text, strokes, fills, or any object on stage by clicking on it or by enclosing the object within the rectangular selection marquee. In frame-by-frame animation, different parts of an image are placed separately on each keyframe, and when the frames are viewed, it generates an illusion of movement on rapidly incrementing each keyframe.